Check out the Thinking Out Loud Network at thinkingoutloudnetwork.com.
It's your girl, DJ Miss Eclectic. You're tuned in to the mixtape right here on this evening. And I have a very special guest, Miss Danielle, Sonny, Bryant. How are you doing this evening?
Hey, Miss DJ Eclectic. I'm happy to be here, and thank you for having me.
Most definitely. I think I met you was in New Jersey, right? It's
yes,
probably
ma'am.
Like almost a year to this day, close to it.
Close to it.
Yeah. I interviewed you with Dr. Nia and Apostle Dan.
Yes,
it's a really good interview.
Yes. Amazing.
Yeah, this is my first time meeting you. I was like, oh, yes, I've definitely got to follow up. So I'm happy that we're actually interviewing today.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So tell me, so you come from a musical family, right?
Yes, I actually am a daughter of two pastors, an apostle and a senior pastor, and my mom was a singer. So she trained me and taught me to do what I do. My brother is my MD musician, so I have no other choice but to love music.
That's it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You couldn't go to being a teacher, nothing else. It was in you.
Well, ironically, we are teachers too. So it's kind of like, when you say it comes full circle, it really does, because our teachers, any trade you could think of. My dad is an electrician, so that definitely was not my ministry, but teaching and music and ministry, that's what we do.
That's awesome. My mother's a teacher. She was an educator for 30 years. God bless all you teachers. I just don't think I had the patience, My father's an administrator too. I was like, I don't think that they were like, are you going to be a teacher? I was like, it's not my ministry. So y'all have my utmost respect.
I know that's right.
The patience, Lord, the patience.
And it's funny, I'm asking all the parents, how are you guys making out during this pandemic, actually homeschooling your kids? Because now you get to know what we go through on a regular, Monday through Friday basis.
Right.
So, the teachers ain't lying. The teachers ain't lying.
Man, yes. Where are you located?
I'm in New Jersey. I'm South Jersey.
You are in New Jersey, okay.
Violent, not far from Atlantic City. When I say Violent, people are like, where? Yeah, 45 from Atlantic City, an hour from Philly.
Okay, I was just going to shake my head like,
Yeah, Violent. I know absolutely nothing about Violent, yes.
So how are y'all doing up that way with the whole quarantine and everything going on?
We're managing. God is providing, and this is a time that our families are really coming together,
right?
And it's making us stay close together, because you really don't know who's going to be here tomorrow. With all that's going on, we've lost so many people.
Oh my gosh!
Now family is really critical for us.
Yeah, definitely. I know up that way, New Jersey, New York, all that way. Yes, it seems like the numbers are getting better though. Now the numbers are down south where it's bad, in Texas, Georgia, where I am. I'm just staying at home.
That's the best thing to do. Stay home and distance and take care of yourself.
Right. It's like the new normal, though. It's the new normal, the new creativity right now for artists. That is most definitely, like for artists. It should be some really good music out right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of good music, you have a good song out right now, right? So
yes, I do. Yes,
Don't Give Up.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm grateful for it. God gave it to me before there was a pandemic, and so I'm grateful that it was released right on time.
Oh, and it's my gosh, and it's like everyone I've been talking to lately, these songs are right on time, and that's when you know it's God led. Nobody knew this pandemic was coming, but He knew, and these songs are being released right on time. Y'all keep it locked right here. We're about to talk. When we come back, we're gonna talk about the single "Don't Give Up" and what's next for Danielle, Sonny, Bryant. Y'all keep it locked. It's the mixtape. It's your girl DJ Miss Eclectic. You're tuned into the mixtape right here. It's your girl, DJ Miss Eclectic. If you're just now tuning in, have a very special guest this evening, Miss Danielle, Sonny, Bryant. You still doing okay over there in New Jersey?
Yes, ma'am. I'm hanging tough.
So we've been talking about the pandemic, and we started talking about her new single, Don't Give Up. So we were talking about how it's right on time for the time. So you said you wrote the song before the pandemic, not even knowing there was a pandemic coming.
Actually, ironically, the gentleman that wrote the song for me is a Zumba instructor.
Oh,
and he's like, I got something that I want you to try. And I listened to it. I said, it's a good message. And I'm all about presenting a good message to people.
Right.
And when I listened to the music, and I think we released it February the 16th. And I was like, this is good. I deal with people who have, who battle with suicide, and that's my ministry. And that was what I thought was my focus, to minister to people who are battling suicide, who are battling depression. And then lo and behold, we get hit with this pandemic and everybody shut down. Then we started losing people. And I say, God, you do all things well, and you have a plan for all of us. And so that was really, it worked out for everybody, not just myself, but it worked out for all of us.
It really did. And it's definitely, like I said, definitely a song for the times. So like, who do you want to, like, when you were singing this song, right? But when you were singing this song, who do you expect to touch with this song? Who would be your ideal target audience for this song?
I want it to be the youth, primarily the youth, but also mom and dad, grandmom, grandpa, everybody. Because I don't want people to feel like they're forgotten about, and although we want to put the elderly and the seasoned folk in the traditional column, some of them really do like that bop. You be surprised how many, grandparents like them 808s. And so I said, it's a good thing. It's something for everybody. And it's clean. It's a positive message. It's inspirational, and it's godly. So I can't mess with that.
That's true. When you could touch the senior saints and the youth, you were doing something. You were crossing over. When the senior saints can bob their heads to it as well.
Yes, ma'am. Listen, they pull up at the church and they bop, and I'm like, "What you? Oh, that's me. All right." Oh, I can get with that. Go ahead.
I can get with it. I can jam to that.
And my dad's a truck driver, 62 years old, and he'll bop. And I said, "Well, Dad, if it's good, you like it, all right." Mama says she love it. She bop it in her car. I can't mess with that. I really can't.
He's like, that's it right there. I love it.
Yes, ma'am.
So I gotta ask you, who are some of your musical influences? Like, or if you could work with anybody in the music industry, like on your next song, your next album, who would it be?
Wow, I love Leandria Johnson, and that's my girl. I mean, I love her. Bad girl and all, I love her.
Me too.
She's pure. Her music is pure. And I love artists that can touch anybody and that take the time. I always talk about how her and Dietrich Haddon, I meet them at concerts. They will stop and speak. They'll stop and talk to you. And I will buy that person's CD, because you stop and take time to speak to the people, to touch the people. Right. You never know what the listeners are going through. Never. And so those two artists, I would love to do something with Dietrich and Leandria. I've had an opportunity to sing background for her a few years ago when she came to Jersey, and it was like a fangirl / dream go true / up and coming artist type of thing, and it was all wrapped up into one. So
I bet that was a great experience. Like she's a singer. Like that girl can sing.
It's like one of those things where you have to remind yourself you're singing background. I'm standing there with the mic, like. That was my moment for me.
I can't go in right now. Hold on. Okay, I can't. I gotta straight face it real quick.
Yeah.
Man, but it was an awesome experience. Yeah, like you said, bad girl and all. Like I love how transparent she is. A lot of gospel singers aren't transparent. And some people who don't know Christ, or who's, they look at saints and say, well, I can't talk to them because they too good for me. Things of that nature. She kind of makes it relatable for anybody. Yeah. And I love that. I love that about her. We all make mistakes. We all, nobody's perfect. Not one saint is perfect. So
that's the key.
I love how transparent it is. And you made a great point when you said artists that actually talk to you. That means a lot to the listeners. It means a lot to people who are buying your albums. It means that we are on the same level. That I'm the same way. I'll buy your album. I'll support you in many ways. Go to another concert if you just speak. Because you have gospel. Some people say, well, this gospel music. I say it's gospel music, but it's still an industry.
It's still an industry, and you can't have an industry without people.
That's true.
That's the key. The people are in a very critical part of what we do.
It's your girl DJ Miss Eclectic. You're tuned into the mixtape. If you're just now tuning in, we have Danielle, Sonny, Bryant in New Jersey.
Still hanging in there.
And that's good stuff. So we got the single. Matter of fact, tell everybody while we're on the subject where they can go get the new single.
You can Don't Give Up on your favorite musical digital outlet. I'm everywhere. And if you like the old school and you like the hard copy, inbox me at Danielle Sonny D Bryant at gmail.com, and we'll mail you a hard copy. And if you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, inbox me Danielle Sonny B, Danielle Sonny Bryant. I'll send you a copy.
You got hard copies of CDs. I thought I was the only one who still has CDs, because I do. I'll mail you a hard copy in a minute.
Absolutely.
I like CD-ROMs still do exist. People still do use CDs.
Yes.
Yeah, matter of fact, y'all definitely make sure y'all go get that new single. I'm absolutely loving it. So what's after the new single? What's next for Danielle Sonny Bryant?
We have some music that we're working on to release in the fall. And I also am working on Rhythm of Gospel. We're nominated for 5 categories this year for one of my songs, I Believe God. And I'm looking forward to going to Birmingham this November for the Rhythm of Gospel.
Congratulations. Can people still vote for you for Rhythm of Gospel?
I believe voting has closed.
Okay.
So unfortunately, we were planning to do it this time, but a pandemic came and everything's closed out, and we're just looking to get on the road.
Well, I'm clapping. Yay. We praying that you come back with some awards. Like, hey,
yes,
being nominated is an honor in itself.
It is. Last year, I won 3 for Live on Purpose. And so it was amazing. So I'm grateful to be on ballot again this year.
All right, Lord, let's do it.
Let's do this. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. That's absolutely awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Well, we're looking forward to what God has in store for you. What's coming next? Tell everybody where to follow you on all social media platforms.
I'm on Facebook and Twitter at Danielle Sonny Bryant, on Instagram at Danielle Sonny B. And you can find me if you're young and you like the TikTok. I'm on TikTok at Danielle Sonny B as well.
I had to ask, so you be on you do the actual TikTok?
I don't dance. I go on and I do. I try to keep the young people around it to show me how to, do some of these dances. But God didn't give me dance. He just gave me singing abilities, and that's it.
I have a TikTok, but I can't tell you anything I've done on it. Like I have it, it just sits there. I have like one DJ sit on there, but I think it's really cool. I think it's a way to reach the young people as well. But I'm just like, I'm like this new generation is like Snapchat, TikTok.
What is Snapchat? I don't even know what Snapchat is. I think I have an account, but I don't use it.
Girl, me too. I think so too. I said, I'm just probably going to stay in my lane on this Instagram and Facebook, and I'm still good on Twitter. So you've been how long have you been in the gospel industry?
This is going on my 8th year.
That's awesome. So before we let you go, I've got to say, what's an encouraging word you would give to somebody with the current climate that's going on with social injustice and COVID and everything that's going on? And with you being in the gospel in ministry for so long, you've been able to minister to people. What's an encouraging word you have for the listeners?
I have 2 things. We have our apostle, my mom has taught us from the beginning, you have been equipped with with all that you need to make it. And I can say that to the people who are dealing with losses from COVID, who are struggling during the season financially. You have what it takes to succeed and to maintain. Keep going and don't give up. With regards to the racial unjust, my word is this. This is not a moment. This is not a movement. This is a revolution. And it's time for us to make our voices known. I'm proud of those who are in the streets protesting, fighting for our equality. We love one another, and we've built this nation off of love. Hate is going to tear down and it's going to destroy us, but let us continue to fight in love and continue to make our voices heard.
I absolutely agree with you 100%. I absolutely love it. Thank you for the encouraging words to people who need to hear it, I know there's been a divide, some in the church and with the racial injustice, but what you said, God is love. And if we stand on love, you cannot go wrong with that, with our voices being heard. So I absolutely love what you said. Y'all, make sure you go get the new single, Don't Give Up. Make sure you follow Danielle Sonny Bryant on all social media, even TikTok, where she can do a dance for you. Hey. And we appreciate you for being on the show this evening.
Thank you for
having seeing you. Hopefully I get to see you in person again sometime soon when all COVID is over.
Yes.
Well, thank you. You have a good evening, y'all. Danielle Sonny Bryant, go follow her.
Check out the Thinking Out Loud Network at thinkingoutloudnetwork.com.